Okay, hopefully we're working now. That tells me I've got to fix. Okay, that one's working.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I hear you now.
Good. I'm sorry about that. That was. Yeah. Okay, we should be good now on everything. I don't know what caused it, whatever else, but yeah. Okay, I've been talking for a while. I was saying I am sorry about today. I have been trying to go live for an hour. And so part of what happened, and I'll be
Jasper
honest.
Jack 2 said, it's perfect and I now see woo.
Good.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I saw that in Discord.
Yeah, that was frustrating. Someone recommended I go live with something else, said it would work better.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I got the invite message on my phone too, so that is working.
Good. Yeah, someone said it would be better to go live with something else. I tried and it would not go live. So then I went back to trying to go live with this, reinstalled it, because they thought that was the problem the other day. And I had to reinstall it 2 or 3 times for it to work. Aren't we supposed to have a brilliant event going on right now?
Jasper Jack 2 said, I'm not sure anymore.
Okay. To let you guys know part of what's been going on.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I think Friday and for now Bellatrix and Voldy are appearing.
That works. So maybe we will do Animal Crossing. We will see, but let me adjust this. And then we may do Animal Crossing, we'll see. But first of all, we're going to play Wizards Unite while we discuss. So, and while I tell you where I've been and everything else. So, first of all, where I've been, I got sick. I got an abscess that ended up just knocking me, period. It's the worst one I've ever gotten before. And right now I'm on 2 different antibiotics trying to take care of things. So when my alarm goes off, whether people have redeemed snack or not, we will be taking a break at that point for a snack. Because I don't have a choice. I gotta get my antibiotics. So I'm sorry about that, everyone. I have really missed you guys. I enjoy going live and talking to you guys, and not having that available was frustrating. It's also why I didn't know what was going on with Wizards
Jasper
Unite.
Jack 2 said, take care of yourself, feel better.
That's my plan. That's why when I wasn't doing good, I took time off. I didn't like taking time off, but I took time off because I didn't really have a choice. Many of the days I was just like sleeping, trying to give my body everything it needed to recover. So, there's that. But I'm feeling better now. I'm just kind of waiting for...
Said, I have recently found more information about Twitch streams. You can watch a handful of streams have sound muted. Don't you need to remove the raid command and more https twitter.com fugament status 1 quintillion 401 quadrillion 51 trillion 25 billion 516 million 101.
I'm just waiting for the antibiotics to fully kick in. And that shouldn't take very long. Whether we'll do a 4-hour stream today, I don't know. A 4 or more hour stream, I don't know. I'm going to go by how I'm feeling. And if I'm not feeling good, we'll end. If I'm feeling good, we'll keep going. That's going to be the plan. So there's that. As for, and now let's move on from that. Have you seen the, I'm assuming you have seen the trailer, but just making sure, if you haven't, it's got some shocking stuff in it. And something I think we're all going to love. At one point, Dumbledore gives Newt a wand to give to Dan. Or not to Dan, to Jacob Kowalski. Dan's the person who plays it. Who plays him.
Said, lurking while working.
Sounds good, Benz. Thank you so much. So actually, I have a chance right now. We're going to stop talking about that for just a second.
Stream Elements said, check out Banzinator. They were last seen playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl at https Twitch TV Banzinator.
Banzinator is an amazing streamer. She does a lot of reviews on various board games and stuff. Just plays a number of either Switch games and she'll play board games live or work on different things for board games, review the works live on her stream. Totally fun. Sorry about the call. Obviously, I don't have much control over that.
Said, sounds good to me.
She is amazing. So I recommend go follow her. I'm trying to think. Fridays, she actually has a community day where she plays things with her community live on Switch. That can be fun to participate in or just watch. Very clean, very family-friendly streamer. So that's why I'm shouting her out, because I think she's totally someone worth going to watch and worth putting some time into if you're able to. Obviously, not everyone's up
Jody
at
Moon.
certain
Welcome
times.
to my channel.
And so you just kind of have to go by, is she live when you're awake? If she is, I would really recommend it, because I don't think you will regret spending time with her and her community. Draco, are you going to quit hitting me finally so I can take you out?
Jasper Jack 2 said,
No.
I just followed Banzinator and will check it out.
I think you'll enjoy it. I know I enjoyed spending time with Bonds. So, back to what I was saying. We have so the trailer's been released, and Newt was given a wand for Jacob Kowalski. We see Jacob at Hogwarts with the wand at one point. I'm not sure why he says it's dangerous and puts it away. That will be interesting to see. But we do see that, and then we see him actually use the wand. It's just the briefest glimpse, but there is a glimpse in the trailer of Jacob using his wand. So, to me, what that says is we may be seeing the hint of someone coming into their magic later in life that JKR once told us almost got written into the books as it was. And that, I think, will be cool and something that we're really looking forward to. I'm kind of laughing about it myself because that's actually going to become a big part of my next books, is the fact that people can really come into their magic later in life. And what happens with those people? How do they learn to control their magic and everything else? Because obviously we learned from Dumbledore that some people's magic is stronger than others. And what if one of those who come into magic later in life, it's not because their magic's weaker, they just, for whatever reason, didn't come into it in the normal pattern of things and never showed up in the books because they hadn't exhibited the magic when they were little. So then what do you do? And what's actually going to happen is we're going to have a school created. In my things, it's going to be that really that's because they are a magical being rather than a muggle.
Steph75. Welcome to my channel. Steph75 said, "Hey lady, I see you now."
Hey, glad you could join us, Steph. Yep, I'm here. It took me basically an hour to get live. I had to uninstall and reinstall and everything else. Someone had recommended that I trust, a streamer that I trusted, and I'm not blaming them at all. They're an amazing streamer. They know what they're talking about, whatever else, just for whatever reason. My computer didn't want to behave with their suggestion. And so I had gone to a different way of streaming to try and get things to work, because I was going to try and have a thing so you could see my reactions without actually seeing me. Well, obviously...
Steph75 said, "Oh goodness."
Obviously that didn't... I haven't figured it out yet. And the software they recommended that would probably help me be able to do that obviously is not going to play nice with my computer. For whatever reason. Whether it's Twitch being twitchy or... I don't know why, but it didn't want to play with my computer today and let me go live. So we downloaded what was working before, and we'll just have to try and see how I can try and get something working with this software. We'll have, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna take some figuring, and you probably take pulling in all my kids and everything. But hopefully one day I'll have that for you guys. Especially because I do have some boxes of Birdie Bots flavored beans.
Steffi75 said, I've got vertigo, so brains on the tilt a whirl today. Glad you feel better though, even if Twitch was being a buzzard butt.
I'm sorry you're feeling bad now. So, as I was telling everyone earlier, I'm actually on 2 different antibiotics. So what it was I got a cyst, and my body, when I get cysts, just crashes. Trying to kill them, trying to fight the infection, it just takes it downhill fast. And so we hope we've got things under control. We aren't 100% positive, but I am on the, we're heading in the right direction, let's put it that way. So we have a plan if the antibiotics don't work. I'm on the 2 antibiotics just in case we are not aware and somehow it ends up being MRSA. He's hoping that's not the case, but we all know that there's no guarantee. So, Steph, do you know what's going on with the next Brilliant event? Just so I know, because I got on thinking we were going to have a Brilliant event, and that it started like Monday or Tuesday, and I would be in trouble. I'm not complaining that we aren't having it right now.
Steffi75 said, her Brit accent, ha ha ha, glad the antibiotics are helping thus far.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I put in the Brit accent because I love the Brit accent. Some of the streamers I enjoy more are British. And so that's why I've got the Brit accent going. Because I enjoy it. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy regular, don't enjoy American accents, but I really enjoy the Brit accent. I also think that maybe when I don't pick up quite as easily, so I can have it going and not, like if it was a Southern accent, I would be speaking in a Southern accent within a little while. So I have to take that into account too. So do you know what's going on with the Brilliant events? Have any clue? Just curious. Or I should say, have any clue that you can share? And you missed my shout out of Banzinator's channel.
Steffi75 said, everyone updated calendar. Bellatrix Lestrange
Okay.
Lethal Adversaries launched the 8th of December. No tasks. Voldemort Lethal Adversaries launched the 10th of December. No tasks. The Battle for Secrecy Brilliant Event Part 1 the 7th.
Okay, so starting tomorrow. I'm actually going to open that up. Because I need to share that in a few places.
Said. And A. said. Porkies are likely going to stay open till the end, which could change. Steph A75 said, hey Jasper Jack 2.
Okay, sounds good. Means I don't have to worry as much. I may go try and get the Switch from my
Jasper
son.
Jack 2 said, hey Steph A75.
When I take the break,
Steph
like when my
A75
alarm goes off.
said, thought that Link would be easier for you ski.
Yes, because then I can keep track of it for later to be able to share in the various Discords and whatever. I'm not complaining that it happened, I'll be honest, because I was going, crap, I have like a day or two to get all the way through all the events. I'm going to have to use my gold. There's no choice. But now I have full time. Basically, I just missed the Voldemort and Bellatrix having extra access to them and the port keys. So
Steph A75 said, works better for me.
hopefully you're feeling better by tomorrow. So you missed my shout out for Banzinator's channel. If you are here, I'm going to put it in again because
Steph A75 said, also the issue in friggin' Nerds Media yesterday, need to catch you up on that too.
I saw that. I will say
Stream Elements said,
I
check
don't,
out
I
Banzinator.
may
They
not
were
know
last seen
the
playing Pokemon Brilliant
details.
Diamond Shining Pearl at https Twitch TV Banzinator.
So Banzinator is, she's on the West Coast and she goes live in her evening. So she may be too late for you stuff. But just in case, she's an amazing streamer. She reviews board games. She plays some games on the Switch. She plays games on the Switch with her community on Friday evenings, etc. So just an all-around good family-friendly streamer, which is why I'm shouting her out again. So, and yeah, there may be some stuff you didn't want to share in friggin' Nerds Discord that you may want to share with me. I don't know. If so, We can do that in private message. But I did see, I will say, they haven't tried to join any of my Discords. And I don't think they followed any of my channels. So I don't think they even know about me. But I could be wrong. I was upset to hear that they did that to you with Sam. That was frustrating. That's a no-go.
Said, I saw the whole thing. That's what you need to be careful of.
I tell you, if I had them and I knew they did that to you and Sam, nope.
Stream
you know me well enough to know that would have been all it would have taken.
The battle is ready to begin. One unit was placed on the battlefield.
Have to go do Stream Raiders in a minute, but let's finish this dragon. You know, Steph, that hearing that's enough to say, no, you don't get to be part. And you will be, if you come in and I realize it's you will be knocked out. Blocked. Because no one treats my friends that way. That's not right to do to anyone going through that period. But especially if you're going to do it, if I heard about it in general, I might go, are you sure if it was someone I knew and I didn't believe they would do that, or if I was questioning. But I know you a lot better than I know them, and which I know them like nothing. And so I know that you wouldn't lie about something like that. And so that becomes a no-go with me.
Steph A75 said, no, I wouldn't. No reason to.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason to anything else. I'm just saying I trust you a lot more than I would trust anyone else. And so, yeah. David, can I get the switch?
I'm not David.
Oh. Yeah, you're not David. Sorry. Maybe you could ask him. Oh, we still need to start Stream Raiders. I forgot that. We'll finish this.
Said, if ID wanted him outed over a personal problem, I could have done so. That's not who I am. He did this to himself.
Exactly. And that's exactly it. That's not who you are. And that's why so many of us are upset over it, hearing what happened. And not even exactly what happened, just that he even, just a hint of it. You don't do that to people. Period. And I don't know why he would think that's acceptable. Everyone I know, if they were told just a little bit of this, of what happened there, would have been like, no, you don't do that.
Stream Captain Bot said.
Let's see,
SK
what shall
Poem
we
just
throw
selected a
next?
battle and the action begins in 30 minutes. Head to https
I guess we'll put this one
www.streamraiders.com
down.
TSK Poem now to place your units and help earn a victory.
But yeah, Jelly Belly had a sale on their jelly beans, including the Birdie Bots, and so I got some boxes of them because I'd been asked. Why is Omelette having such a hard time? So, back to the trailer while I'm fighting this dragon. I really believe that we're going to see an instance of someone coming into their magic as an adult. And it'll be interesting to see how it's handled. And my reason for believing that is that we have Jacob being given a wand and using the wand. Now, is it possible maybe Dumbledore threw a spell on the wand that would allow for certain spells to be cast with the wand if it's used in a certain way? And that's why why during Voldemort's rule they were trying to claim that the wands were stolen? I guess, but I can't see... Personally, I can't see that being the case. It doesn't seem to me like something JKR would... Come on, this one. Want to write in the story. So I really believe we're good. And honestly, she's talked before about the fact that she believes ad- adults will come into their magic, and it was going to happen in the books. An adult was going to come into their magic in the books, but it didn't. The opportunity wasn't there. It didn't flow right or whatever. And so, do I think she'll take the chance to maybe...
Steph A75 said, "Sorry I got pulled into Discord with a problem. BRB listening though."
I understand. So, I believe that that's part of what we're going to see in this movie. And I'm looking forward to that. One, that was already going to be part of my books because she'd hinted at it and basically said it could happen. So we were going to see that. I'm going to be honest. We were already going to see someone coming into their... more than one person coming into their magic as adults. Now, they're going to be magical beings, but it is going to happen. And so there's that. I hate to speculate about more than that because we don't really have a lot to go on. One, I don't think we know much about Jacob Kowalski. If he ends up marrying in the Muggle world or the...
Ladybug X3, welcome to my channel.
Or in the real world. That's not in the books. We do have Tina, but we do not have any history on Jacob that's been released. So that's kind of going to be a wait and see. You know, there's really not enough there to be able to say, hey, here's what's going to happen with that. It's just not... we don't have enough information to be able to do that. We also, and so I hate to make speculations. Personally, I feel we have less to go on with the movies to try to anticipate what's going to happen than we did with the books. Other than maybe after the first book. With the books, we did have the benefit of having a lot of backstory for a lot of... to kind of anticipate what was going to happen for a lot of the things. We don't have that now. We are missing a good chunk of it. Does Queenie end up... considering Jacob's a major player, I suspect either one, his relation, Queenie will be resolved and come out of it. Like she'll realize her mistake. But at the same time, part of me says no. Part of me, and that she'll come out, she'll realize her mistake, and then she will end up, they'll end up married. But part of me says no. It says that shouldn't happen. She has proven, one, she claims what she's doing is out of love, but even after Jacob begs her not to, which tells me she doesn't, they aren't on a close enough same page to be married. She doesn't understand why he would feel the way he does. And she's not willing to, she just jumped for it rather than giving him a chance to explain why. And rather than, and Jacob, I can see being, disagreeing with her choice enough to basically say, you know what, I loved you, but I can't, you've proven I can't trust you. You used the, you basically put me under a spell. You put me under a spell because you wouldn't trust me enough. And then you basically tried to force me to marry you. And then you made this choice, and I can't back the person you've become. So I'm sorry, you're an amazing woman. I hope you have a happy life, but, and then hopefully find someone that's a better fit for him. Someone who will appreciate him for who he is, who will support him in fighting evil, etc. And go from there. There has been speculation that Credence's Obscurious is actually from Ariana, and that when Ariana died, the Obscurious somehow switched over to Credence. He was a baby at about the same time, or he was born at about the same time that Ariana died, and that could explain the Phoenix coming to him, is because he's got Ariana's Obscurious. There's been other talk that somehow he actually is, that maybe someone went and met with Dumbledore's father in prison. And got pregnant. And that's why they were leaving Britain and headed to the Americas. And that was the baby that was switched out. And the reason that nothing was ever reported is because it was hidden. That basically, when the baby was basically the baby she switched out, or that when the baby was born, the mom hid its birth. And then the mom died. So none of her family, none of his family knows about it. Possibility. We know that what the nursemaid that was killed knew was little enough that it appeared, but something's weird there. For one reason. They felt that whatever she knew was important enough that it had to be hidden from Credence. And yet we learn that what was supposedly known by the nursemaid has been proven false. So did the nursemaid somehow realize something? And was he carrying something? Was something on him that indicated who he was? Whatever, and that's going to be found out later. That's a possibility. So some people have speculated that it's a younger sibling through mom. I have trouble with that because I believe Dumbledore would have known. I can't see Mom being able to keep Dumbledore from finding that out. Unless Dumbledore and Aberforth actually weren't around enough to... Maybe she got pregnant at the beginning of the school year and didn't bring him home for Christmas because she was having so much trouble with Ariana and gave birth right before and had hidden the baby near Ariana or somewhere in the house or whatever. Ariana gets killed, her Obscurious latches onto the baby, or even doesn't latch on, but there's already a predisposition to creating Obscuriouses in the family.
Steph A75 said, "Back for the moment, but we'll probably be in and out while I am in."
I totally understand, Steph. So there's a possibility. I believe there's a possibility. It would be stretching it, but a possibility. And I would need to look into it further to be sure. But those are the two ways I could see being a direct sibling. Is one, Mom got pregnant, was not quite showing when they left for school, and they were still in school. That's the way I could see that one. Two, someone went and visited Dad in prison. I'm going to double check times.
Steph A75 said, 3 p.m. ISNT usually popping off, but today apparently is special.
Of course. Okay. Kendra Dumbledore died in the summer of 1989.
Steph A75 said, "We really excited with the new Fantastic Beasts trailer."
Oh yeah, that's kind of what so one, I'm pretty sure we're going to see sorry. My brain just fired. Oh, an adult come into their magic. Second, so what we're talking, I'm talking about the Obscurious idea right now. Okay, Kendra died in the summer of 1989. Sometime during the summer. We don't know when. She was 14 at the time when she was... Ariana was 14. Wait a minute. So here's one thing that hasn't been discussed in the channel.
Steph A75 said, "Okay, well that's a wrap on that. It's taken care of for Ando and Plotter as well. Jasper Jag too."
Okay, I gotta get this up for you guys because I just found something that's a better line of questioning. So I'm trying to get it to start realizing there we are. I guess we'll switch to this one for now. And then I can get it set up for there later. So, how's this for a line of questioning?
Jasper Jack 2 said, "I'm excited for the new Fantastic Beast movie. I want to rewatch the first two."
So, we know that we know that Credence was switched. There is Albus Dumbledore had a aunt. No one knows if she's a Dumbledore or if she was related to his mother. But she was engaged to a wizard who worked in the improper use of magic office, but broke off the engagement, claiming he had a hairy heart, because rumor is she caught him fondling some horklumps. It is unknown if who she was related to in the Chinese translation of the Tales of Beetle the Bard. The translation used refers to father's elder sister, which indicates, if JKR had a hand in it, that was specifically she's a Dumbledore. If we take that, we have Credence Barebone's aunt. Unknown to her, her nephew was switched in the crib with another young baby. The lifeboat she went on capsized and she drowned when she dived under the water to try to save baby Corvus, who she believed to be her nephew. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Okay, not all of that's true, but I really could see this being partway. This makes a lot more sense. So I'm going to search for that name. If we have anyone I just want to see. No, that's a last name. Well, let's look it up. I wonder if this has something to do with it. Could Aurelius be, and here's an idea that that I haven't read, but could Aurelius Dumbledore be Credence? And was named that because Honoria had a relationship with an Aurelius, and Credence was born to him, or to her, but for whatever reason, they weren't together anymore. We don't know the name of the
Stream Captain Bot said, SK Poem, the battle is ready to begin. 5 units were placed on the battlefield.
Let's switch over to Stream Raiders. I'm going to start it, and then I'm going to go get the Switch so that we can switch over to Animal Crossing.
PS Love Summer. Welcome to my channel. PS Love Summer said, SK, how are you?
I'm okay. I'll be right back while you guys are watching and grabbing something. So sorry, it sounds like it finished before I got back. That was quick. Okay. Here's my idea. Because that name is so unique. We only see it once, other than
Stream Captain Bot said,
once otherwise.
SK Poem just selected a battle and the action begins in 30 minutes. Head to https www.streamraiders.com TSK Poem now to place your units and help earn a victory. PS Love Summer said, I am doing my nails so semi-lurky, but paying attention, just can't always type.
Totally understand. Okay, there's that. Okay, we need to place 2 tanks. And we just placed 1. And then we're going to need to place 3 warriors also. And then we'll talk about my ideas some more. And I may need to type it up so we can submit it in the Discord. And now we have more badges. I don't think I got this one last time. I think I ended on the mental health awareness. Okay. I'm going to put it here. And of course, now we're not seeing it again. I guess we'll go to here. And then I'll move everything over. Okay. We have no clue of the name. It does appear this is his father's older sister. Okay, if we do a search for this name, now if you think about it, in the lexicon, many people shared names. When you do the search, you'll usually, you can find, I'll show you. You know, we have many people with the same name. But when we search for Aurelius, there is one result. Now, we know that by the time Credence was born in 1901, that Kendra was dead. We don't know on Percival, but he was in jail. Ariana was dead. So at this time we have Percival in jail. We have Honoria. We have Aberforth, and we have Albus alive. Those are the only Dumbledores we know of alive. Obviously, it probably isn't Albus. And at the time, Albus is still in school too, from the sounds of it. Or not from the sounds of it. Albus is still in school and is a teenager. Probably not him. Aberforth is still in school and is a teenager. Probably not him. How do we know that? Let me show you one link that shows me and I'm going to have to go here to show you this link. Okay, Dumbledore had just graduated. So, Dumbledore graduated in 89. So he was 19 to 20 when Credence was born. Aberforth was younger than that. And by that point, Ariana was dead and Kendra was dead. And so it totally takes out Ariana and Kendra. Percival's in jail. So the chances of Percival being the father is very slim. But we do have one thing. Honoria. And the fact that we have that the name that Garrett Grindelwald gives to Credence claims that he's called this Aurelius is actually the last name is a last name that's already been given. So is it possible that rather than being siblings, they're cousins? That Credence was born to Honoria. Which, if he's the child of Honoria and her fiance that she then broke it off with, I could see him being cruelly banished. Despair of the daughter, we already know where that comes in. We see he obviously is returned. So either we have a different return grade adventure with wings from the sky, from the water, or it's referring to Credence to what happened when he was a little child. And the question will be, what's the avenging? But I believe this is the better explanation for who Credence is and why he's a Dumbledore than the idea that Ariana's Obscurious latched onto Credence. It could mean, though, that Dumbledores have a propensity to be something about the Dumbledores, the strength of their magic or whatever, allows them to be able to control the Obscurious for longer, to the point where that's why Ariana and Credence were both able to be teenagers and controlling and the Obscurious had not killed them yet. Obviously, it did end up killing Ariana when she was 14, but every other case we hear is a lot younger. The only other possibility, and this seems, I don't think it's true, would be that part of Ariana escapes, like it happened with Credence, and goes somewhere else, and then she gets pregnant, and then the child's taken from her. But then why Ariana has not showed up again sometime later, like why Dumbledore why they only have a young picture of Ariana, doesn't make sense. I would think that somewhere along the way she would have at least contacted Aberforth. But I really believe there's the explanation for Credence being a Dumbledore. And it would help explain how he's able to control his Obscurious as well as he is, because we already have a family history of it, showing that the family's strong enough to do so. So that's my take on that. Now I'm going to go into lurking or be right back for a minute, quit talking, because I need to get the switch set up. Well, sorry, just a minute. Why isn't it working? That's working. This was working, but it isn't now. Okay, let's try and...
Steph A75 said, "Okay, I have you back on audio."
Sounds good. I'm just trying to get... There we are. Get things going. Okay. Have to go here and do one thing, and hopefully... because no one's played Animal Crossing. So hopefully this will work. Okay, I don't know if you heard my idea, but I actually have a pretty good idea of how Credence might be Aurelius Dumbledore. And nothing is ever said about sibling. I don't believe, at least with what I looked up. But he could be a Dumbledore. And that is, I wonder if, so Dumbledore has an aunt called Honoria that in the books, The Tales of Beetle the Bard, in the Chinese translation, they use the character for father's older sister. If that's true, and let's just say it is, that would mean Honoria is a Dumbledore. If an Honoria was engaged to a wizard, we don't know who, and broke it off because he had a hairy heart, supposedly caught him fondling a Horklump, which we do hear about from something similar with Aberforth. So, and when we search for Aurelius, we get two responses. We get one that you kind of expect, which is Dumbledore. Which is Credence. But there is someone with the last name Aurelius. Is it possible that Honoria was engaged to Aurelius? To someone with the last name Aurelius. And they had... and got pregnant before breaking off the engagement. And then broke off the engagement so it wouldn't be... So then the child, because the engagement was broken off, was not wanted. And with everything in the early late 1800s, early 1900s, that would make sense. And would fit in with the cruelly banished. The child was taken from her and sent overseas to someone overseas. Possibly she went, maybe both Honoria and Aurelius were banished. Maybe it was just Aurelius and he was sent with someone else. We don't really get I don't remember from Fantastic Beasts 2 we get the true. I don't remember enough of that to be able to tell for sure which one of those it would be. But either way, I could see either way being considered cruelly banished. Which would fit the prophecy, would make Credence a Dumbledore, but he would not be Dumbledore's brother. So, just a thought. But I really believe that's who, and it would make sense. And I think it would make more sense. One, could explain why he was able to control his Obscurious, because Ariana was able to, and is also a Dumbledore. Maybe there's just a stronger magic or something that goes along with the Dumbledore family that would explain it. Then we have, and that would make a lot more sense, to me at least. I do need to rewatch the movie to see. The other thing I talked about was I am pretty sure we know pretty sure that we are getting an adults coming into their magic late in life, which we do know that JKR wanted to put in the books and did not. It didn't work out. I think Jacob comes into his magic late in life and we find out that it doesn't make a difference. The strength of when you come into your magic does not necessarily indicate the strength of your magic. It merely indicates, and so and that may explain why he was not obliviated. It was a happy memory and he's magical. Makes a lot of sense to me. And I believe that basically the reason the book didn't let him write is because didn't let his name be written, or the way Ilvermorny finds out about their students is because he had not yet manifest the magic. Not that once it did manifest, he would be strong enough, but until you manifest the magic, obviously, it would do him no good to be in school until that was manifest.
Stream Captain Bot said, SK Poem, the battle is ready to begin. 4 units were placed on the battlefield.
Okay, let's go to Stream Raiders. And I will be writing that up and I'll share that in Discord later. Okay, collect. There, we can go strengthen up our spell again, I think. Okay, we need the warrior and the tank is what we're placing. The warrior or the tanks.
Stream
So
Captain
let's see
Bot
what's strong
said,
if we have our...
SK Poem just selected a battle and the action begins.
We do
in 30
have
minutes.
another
Head to
tank we can
https
drop.
www.streamraiders.com TSK Poem now to place your units and help earn a victory.
So we will do that way first. And then we'll do our warriors. And if we come over here, we were there. So let's do this one, this one, this one. And now we're back over here. And switch back to Animal Crossing. Now I need to double check, make sure. Sorry, just a minute, you guys. I just need to make sure that... Okay, it didn't overcome it yet. I hadn't heard my alarm go off, and I needed to make sure it hadn't, and that I missed it. One of the antibiotics they've got me on, to show you what I mean by not very good, is every 4 hours. Okay. Now, let's see if we can't get this going again. So what happened is the thing fell off where I had it, because I've got my pills there too. There. And so it's kind of pushed it out of the way, so when I reached for my phone, it moved things just right. Okay. And we have Flick. I'm glad, because we really needed Flick. Finally got that one. And I got that one. Okay.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I finally made a snowboy.
Just a snowboy or a perfect one? And both are hard. I totally get it. I'm just curious, because I haven't managed to get my perfect one yet, I'll be honest. So I was just curious if you managed to do what I couldn't. At least so far. Oh well, I'll place it. But I'm glad you got to make a snowboy. I've made 2 or 3 so far in this island this year, but haven't got a perfect one yet. I'm still trying to remember how to do it.
Jasper Jack 2 said, IWASNT sure is perfect, but the 2D one said I made the head too big. I have a pic of the good one. I'll try to figure how to post it in Discord.
I have access to the good one because I looked it up. Again, I did some good ones last year, just
Jasper Jack 2
not this year.
said, it's starting to melt yesterday. I am just getting on with you now.
So, I did not play any while I was sick. I'll be honest, because I was sick. So it's possible you're actually ahead of me now. Because...
Jasper Jack 2 said, the good one is melting now.
Ah. Yeah, all of mine so far I've had something wrong with. There it is.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I'm at the part of the game where I'm supposed to get Tyler ready for the KK concert.
That's cool. Okay, I'm going to go to be right back for a little bit. Okay, sorry about that. I would have stayed and talked to you for a few more minutes. But when the pill's every 6 hours, I kind of had to stop right then. Just a minute, I want to yell for someone. Was trying to get someone's attention. But no one's listening, so oh well. Come on. Thank you. Okay, we still have plenty of room.
Community Showcase. Welcome to my channel. Jasper Jack 2 said, Imperial.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you. So, did you hear my idea on how Credence is Aurelius Dumbledore and who is a Dumbledore and who his family is?
Jasper Jack 2 said, in playing 2, yes, I listened about Credence and went and looked it up in the wiki.
Ah, okay. So, what do you think? How does it sound to you? Does it sound like that might be the explanation,
Jasper
or
Jack 2 said, that's no boiler, just fine Q.
yeah, but it wasn't. I have not managed to do a perfect one this year.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I don't know, but it sounds interesting, could be plausible, but how could someone not know the baby was different?
So I think with that one is, if you think about, and I'm just going to throw this out. Think about it. One, it was a house elf that took them with.
Jasper Jack 2 said, how do you know if it's perfect?
They say something like, congratulations, you made me perfect or whatever, rather than complaining about how you made them. And then they give you a recipe, a DIY. And then everyone who talks to them from the island will also get a DIY. So the person who took Lita Lestrange and her brother to America was a house elf.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I don't think I got a recipe, I've only built 2 snow boys.
So you probably haven't built a perfect one yet. They also, if it isn't perfect, they tell you, they complain about how something, they say something was wrong, whether it's the head or the feet or you didn't put enough effort in or whatever. So there's always a complaint. Now on to how could you not tell? One, many parents soon after the baby's born can't tell. If it was a house elf that, and many people can't tell babies apart for, unless they've spent time with the babies. So if the house elf was not one that usually was around,
Jasper Jack 2 said, I don't remember any complaints on the first with the 2D set. Do you really think that's the right head size?
So that means that the head was slightly off. To majorly off. And which one varies? So people who aren't around babies often, like, they don't spend their time around a certain baby, usually can't tell them apart. That's why, like, in daycares and stuff,
Jasper
though.
Tattoo said, that's true if they're really tiny, and house elves, well, depends on the elf.
Exactly. Well, and if the house elf didn't spend time around Credence around Credence and Lita, had been around Lita for a while, but not around Credence, because Lita was older, then it's possible that she may not have realized the difference. And then Credence was put up for adoption. And so, why? Why was Credence put up for adoption? That's another question. Which is really suspicious, because why wasn't Lita put up for adoption? And yet Credence was. That's a whole nother story that would be interesting to find out, unless someone realized, wait a minute, this isn't Credence. We don't know what baby this is. And so put him up for adoption when no one came forward. And if, let's say, Honoria was on the Titanic with Aurelius, and they had been sent away, and Aurelius's father knew nothing about him even being born, it's possible that they would have, Honoria might have died because of something during that, so wouldn't have gone and looked for Aurelius, and Aurelius's father has no clue about him. That makes a lot of sense in my mind. I gotta go get a shovel, make sure I have a shovel for him. It makes a lot of sense in my mind as to, one, how come they had no clue? Or, as you said, how would they have had no clue? Well, maybe they did. Maybe that's why Credence was put up for adoption and not Lita. maybe because maybe they realized it wasn't Credence. And then, but they don't know where Credence is, so they keep looking.
Said, yes, it makes sense.
And then, why did no one go looking for Credence? Because the only people who knew about Credence, the mom, died for some reason, whether you can't, and I think part of it is I think I read you can't apparate. So she wasn't able to apparate out of there, and she drowned. So then she wouldn't go looking for her child. And whoever Aurelius, that's Aurelius's father, doesn't even know about him. Because Honoria never told anyone about her being pregnant and having a child, or either that or they were banished. And so because they were banished, they have no clue that Honoria got on the Titanic and left with him. They don't know where she went. They just told her they want nothing to do with him. Either way, the Dumbledore, it would make sense that Albus and Aberforth have no clue about him. And that, so the mother's side has no clue about him, and the father's side goes and either has no clue about him or just totally wants nothing to do with him. So they don't go looking for him. So then, now we have the exact situation that just totally makes sense. Makes all sense in the world as to what happened, what's going on, why wasn't he looked for, and rather just why was he put up for adoption and not Lita? I mean, that in and of itself is a confusing thing, unless they did realize, whoever the house elf took them to did realize that it wasn't Credence. Lita was never told that, but whoever Lita and Credence were taken to realized and went, this isn't Credence, and
so Jack too said, I think so too.
And then from there you've got them trying, then you've got the fact of just needing to figure out, it all makes sense with that. Everything adds up. It fits the prophecy. It fits why Dumbledore has no clue that there's another Dumbledore other than Aberforth. And so yeah. We do hear that possibly the person to reach him would be a sibling, but the question is so then did Aurelius go on to get married and have another child? And maybe there's an Aurelius we don't know of that we're going to still meet. That would make total sense. And it's that person that reaches Credence. And maybe even shows that maybe Credence, despite everything he went through, actually had a better life because he was adopted out. If so, that might help him.
Welcome to my channel.
That might help him calm down and gain control of his obscurious. And is weird idea. So here's another thing. Why we know Nagini stays bad. Yes, but I don't want to deal with it right now. Sorry, Ursula. Besides, you're now in the ignore. Because my son... Oh, that's another... So one thing about this, we changed from Ursula. Chow's the one gonna stay. Because my son decided he likes Chow a lot better than Ursula. That Chow fits him more. Which I agree with. That's why I asked him, but...
Any lunch plans? Or just...
I didn't think of any. Could you fill this up? I had a donut, I'll be honest. You want a donut or two?
No, I want something salty. That's okay. Thank you. Just with water, Mom?
Yes. Trying to think if I can think of anything that's salty. Sorry, trying to help him while I talk to you guys.
Stream Captain Bot said, SK poem, the battle is ready to begin.
Okay, let's switch over. While I try to consider everything.
I was gonna use the meat and soy sauce mixture we had the other couple nights ago, but the rice is bad.
You could cook some more rice.
Yeah.
I'd actually recommend that, David. Or put it on mashed instant potatoes.
Do we have any mashed instant?
I think so. Look in the cupboard.
Stream Captain Bot said, SK poem just selected a battle and the action begins in 30 minutes. Head to https www.streamraiders.com TSK poem now to place your units and help earn a victory.
Maybe ask Lexi and Danny. If not, I need to know because I do have a recipe that needs them. So, a couple of things. Nagini somehow retains enough of the desire for pureblood supremacy or whatever. Or somehow Voldemort's able to convince Nagini to join him. I don't know how. I forgot to drop something off with my other user. So we'll have to go back and do it. Well, I guess I could do that after, when I plant the bells. Yeah, we can do that. Oh, wait, I do need to do one other thing.
Looks like the only mash I could find was a bag of flakes that was already opened.
Okay, why can't you use that? Was it not left in the cupboard?
No.
Oh, that's why. It was left out, is why. Okay,
I'll
I-
let them know that you need mash.
well, ask them if we have any that they know of. And then if they don't, yeah, let me know because I'm trying to get the get everything together for Brett. There's my bell rock. Okay, now I can come over here. Oh yeah, we need to go take care of the gyroids.
Yeah, they got some downstairs, Mom.
Okay. So maybe go get some. Okay. There's that one. So some of my questions are, how was Nagini able to be convinced to join Voldemort? And what happened with Credence? Does Credence remain evil? Does Credence kill himself off accidentally somehow, sometime? So basically, is Credence a redemption story? Or a... What is Credence? What... Is he a villain, period, across the board? Is he a redemption story? Or is he a side story, a distraction? Really... Okay, I know you're getting lines on the thing. It's For some reason, we're not sending a signal.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I'm actually playing too.
That works. Maybe I can try and come over in a little while. Because I know you asked.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I have to invite villagers to get past the KK concert event.
Today is not my day.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I don't have much to see just in case you wanted to.
And I totally get that.
Jasper Jack 2 said, don't overdo it, your body needs rest.
And I get that. I wanted to at least finish this day. It's just my things are being mean. And I'm not exactly sure why. I wonder if this is the issue. Aha! Maybe. Okay, that's behaving. Now this one isn't. Okay. There we go. Now let's make sure I've got the right. Yeah. Yes. And now it acted up again. There. No? might end up having to go because if it doesn't want to behave. Aha, there. Okay, we got it back. Okay, let's see on my... I have a page that I've got Snowboy open on. Okay, it's not that page. It's not that page. I've got a bunch of different tabs. So I'm trying to find the right tab. What the heck? Where did my page of... all of my Animal Crossing stuff go?
Jasper Jack 2 said, "Funny Isabella is telling us about the Snowboy."
Yeah. Isabella's doing that because that's where I'm at right now. It's not that one. Aha! Okay. How to build a perfect snowboy. Roll for 17 seconds and then for 12 seconds.
Hey, Mom?
Yeah?
Could we eat this spoon from Jade's place?
For Mom.
From Mom. I just don't...
Jasper Jack 2 said, "Really, it says that lol."
Yeah, one of the Animal Crossing pages, AnimalCrossingWorld.com guides, says that. And yeah, it's pretty specific, but actually I got thinking about it. I'm going to drop it over here.
Jasper Jack 2 said, "I googled the KK concert needs and I'm far from getting the villagers."
Ah. put this away. This is our new bear on the island. Might as well, before I switch back, hurry and get this recipe.
Jasper Jack 2 said, it's showing the lines again.
Just a minute. Had it there for a second. There, no. There's a short in this cord, I'm pretty sure.
Jasper Jack 2 said, Twitch is twitchy. They were talking about that at WW yesterday.
Yeah, Twitch is twitchy, but this isn't Twitch. This is on my side. I need to get a new cord and I just haven't yet. Put that there, see if, come on, put that, are you going to stay there? So then I can focus on this other one. No, we're going to go off again. There, now we're on. Let's see if this will reset it. Nope. Maybe. Okay, I think I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will start Stream Raiders when we're done, or when it's ready, because I don't have the energy to keep fighting. So we're gonna try and find who we can raid.
Jasper Jack 2 said, okay, take a break.
That's what I'm thinking, is I'll find who we can raid someone, take a break.
Jasper Jack 2 said, I'm thinking of watching a movie.
Sounds good to me. And I'm going to keep playing, so if you want me to come over, I could. Because I know you needed, I believe I saw that you needed visitors.
Jasper Jack 2 said, sure.
Okay, no one there. Oh, and if there's not sound, just put it in my chat. I'm more likely to see it in my chat than...
Jasper Jack 2 said, I'm supposed to invite villagers to the island to live. Let me look at it again.
Okay. Legend of Zelda, Sims 4. Which would you prefer? Legend of Zelda or Sims 4?
Jasper Jack 2 said, sorry, I was looking, it says invite villagers, so yeah, I can invite you. What did you ask?
Which would you prefer, Legend of Zelda or Sims 4?
Jasper Jack 2 said, I am starting Legends of Zelda.
Okay, let's switch
Jasper Jack
to...
2 said, I haven't done Sims yet.
Let's rate someone playing Legend of Zelda. Now, I'm not positive language, but they're a good streamer. I'm just not positive on language-wise. So, I will see you tomorrow.
Jasper Jack 2 said, are you going to continue OIDIDNT? Know what you meant by raid?
Oh my god, I love Midna. I'm obsessed. I need art. I need to buy art. I'm stopping the stream to go buy art. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate ya. Oh, are we going into the Twilight Room? Aww. What's happening? Your guess is as good as mine. Oh! That's hot. Magical being sharing the love. That's right. Beef babe. Oh. Oh, she thick. She said, 1v1 me, bitch. Oh, man. Well, welcome in, Raiders. Wilbur has his own economy. He's my cat. He's not on the screen right now, but you can play with them if you want.
Liliat. Welcome to my channel.
Hi, Sandra. How are you?
Said.
Good to see you. Everything is definitely fine.